Welcome everybody, I'm Cynthia Solinger.
And I'm Jasmine Riis, and this is Channel 5 News. On today's top story, we're going to be interviewing the immigrants who were in Jacob Riis's How the Other Half Lives, and then later on get to speak to the man himself.
Jacob Riis is a Danish immigrant who moved to New York City in 1870. He stayed in lodging houses while looking for a job, and while in these tenements, he was disgusted by the way the people were living.
Riis soon got a job with the New York Tribune Department of doing investigative journalism. He started to walk around at night taking pictures with a new flash camera documenting the slums of Lower Manhattan.
Now it is 1890, and Riis has published his work, How the Other Half Lives, a series of photographs showing the terrible conditions of these lodging and tenement houses.
We are going to now go to Riis himself, interviewing one of the immigrants who's lived in one of these tenements for 10 years.
Hello, I'm Jacob Riis, coming from the slums of New York City with one of the residents of the tenement houses. How were conditions before my work was published?
It was so horrible before. There was severe overcrowding, 12 or 13 people in each room, and everything was covered in dirt. It was a breeding ground for crime, disease, and poverty.
Why was that?
Because there are so many immigrants coming into the U.S. to work in the factories and try to achieve the American dream. There was not enough room for everyone, and no one else cared that we were living like this until you came along.
What happened after I published my work? How did you see it change?
People were horrified. How the Other Half Lived helped pass the New York Housing Tenement Act and convinced President Roosevelt to shut down the worst of the lodging houses. This led to housing policies being set up.
Thank you, Jacob.
Did you know that Jacob also worked with President Roosevelt to increase public safety in factories, housing, and help stop child labor?
That's amazing.
I know. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in.